Bonjour, mon cher élève. In this lesson, we're going to go over how to do the questions of the day. This is how we will start our lessons until these particular questions become so routine we don't have to think about them anymore. And then we'll just kind of go through them super quickly, but we won't necessarily use these images or these slides. So when we first get into class, we will start with comment ça va? Comment ça va? Which means literally, how's it going? In French, they typically don't ask, how are you? That's kind of like a personality characteristic or a description of what you look like. Whereas how is it going is a little bit less personal as far as, discussing your character. And more like, how are things? How are things going? So for them, the how are you is a little bit odd because in their custom, it's much more comfortable for them to say, how is it going? So you'll hear comment ça va, or more familiarly, it's just ça va. And you may hear it in a very formal way as comment vous allez, or comment allez-vous, which is kind of older now and outdated. So we will start with comment ça va, and we can talk more about that in class. Here are some different ways that you can answer. You can answer with ça va bien, which is it's going well, ça va bien, or it's going, ça va. You may have learned comme ci, comme ça with a hand gesture like this. That's become antiquated now, and they don't really use that very much anymore. So if you wanted to say so, then you could just answer ça va. You could also say ça va mal, which is not pictured here, ça va mal, which means it's just going badly. So we have ça va bien, and ça va mal, it's going badly. We also have je suis triste, which means I am sad. So we can use I am when we talk about emotions. We also have je suis énervé, I am annoyed, I am angry. Je suis fatigué, I am tired. Je suis amoureux, I'm in love. Or if you are a male person, you're je suis amoureux. If you are a female person, then you are je suis amoureuse. So you would use this ending for female, euse, instead of the X. J'ai un rhume, meaning I have a cold, or j'ai des allergies, I have some allergies. Oh, this one, j'ai mal au cœur, You may know that cœur actually means heart, but this means I feel sick to my stomach. I'm nauseated. J'ai mal au cœur. So that one is idiomatic. J'ai faim, I am hungry. J'ai faim. Remember, we don't really pronounce that M, so it just kind of goes j'ai faim. J'ai soif. I am thirsty. And then we have the masculine, je suis nerveux. I am nervous. Or the feminine, je suis nerveuse. For the feminine. And those are some different options for you getting started to talk about how you are. So, comment ça va? And then you'll answer with how you are. Next, we're going to move into the day of the week and the day of the month. So in French, we ask the question, quelle est la date? Quelle is actually the French word for which. So in English, we tend to use what, and you'll often see this translated as what is the date. But a better translation is which. So in French, whenever we're dealing with a fixed set of answers, when there's only 365 possible answers to this question, so that makes it a fixed set. It's not a truly open question. So when we have a fixed set of answers in French, they'll say which is the date. So quelle est la date? And you'll answer with c'est le c'est le. It is the. But in French, we say the number and then the month. And we do that too in English. Sometimes we'll say it is the 5th of January. And that's how they do it all the time in French. So c'est le, now this happens to be the 14th of January. So it would be c'est le 14 janvier. C'est le 14 janvier. And I'll pronounce the months for you so you can sort of practice them and come back to this video whenever you need. Janvier, février, mars, avril, mai, juin, juillet, août, septembre, octobre, novembre, décembre. Next, we move into quel est le jour de la semaine? Quel est le jour de la semaine? Which is the day of the week? And we'll go through aujourd'hui, today, c'est, aujourd'hui, c'est, and the day I'm recording this is samedi. Aujourd'hui, c'est samedi. Demain, ce sera. Tomorrow, it will be dimanche. Demain, ce sera dimanche. Tomorrow, it will be Sunday. Hier, so that's tomorrow, would be my hand signal for tomorrow. Demain, ce sera dimanche. Hier, yesterday, hier, c'était vendredi. Vendredi. Yesterday, it was Friday. So, aujourd'hui, c'est. Demain, ce sera. Hier, c'était. Today, it is. Tomorrow, it will be. And yesterday, it was. And here are your days of the week. Now, in France and many European countries, we start our weeks on Monday. Lundi. Lundi is Monday. Mardi. Mardi, Tuesday. Mercredi. Mercredi, Wednesday. Jeudi. Jeudi, Thursday. Vendredi. Vendredi, Friday. Samedi. Samedi, we sort of skip over that E there. So just samedi, Saturday. And dimanche. Dimanche, Sunday. Next, we'll move into talking about the weather. So I will ask you the question, quel temps fait-il? Quel temps fait-il? Which weather is it making? Again, that's an idiomatic expression. To discuss weather, we talk about what weather does it make. Is it making or does it make? So here are some options for our weather. And you have more in your digital binder, but we're going to start with these here, and then we'll branch out as curiosity and circumstances provide. So, quel temps fait-il? We have il y a du soleil. Il y a, and you say this almost like it's one word. Il y a du soleil. There is some sun. Il y a du soleil. That would be the equivalent of it is sunny out. C'est nuageux. C'est nuageux. C'est nuageux, it's cloudy. Il pleuvait. Il pleuvait, it was raining. Il pleut. Il pleut, it is raining or it rains. Il va pleuvoir. Il va pleuvoir, it is going to rain. C'est partiellement nuageux. C'est partiellement nuageux. C'est partiellement nuageux. It is partly cloudy. Il neigeait, it was snowing. Il neigeait, it was snowing. Il neige, it is snowing or it snows. Il va neiger, it is going to snow. And then we have il y a du vent. So il y a, there is, du some and vent, wind. Il y a du vent, there is some wind. The English equivalent would be it is windy. All right, next we talk about how warm or cold it is. So we would say, il fait très chaud. Très chaud is very warm. Il fait chaud, it is warm. Il fait frais, il fait frais, it is cool. Literally, it is fresh. That's their word for fresh. Il fait froid. Il fait froid. Looks like Freud, but it's froid. Il fait froid, it is cold. And il fait très froid, it is very cold. Today, it's actually very cold. Il fait très froid. And then finally, to practice some numbers, we'll do la température est, and then whatever number of the degrees it is. So you will have to review your numbers, but I like to do these because it has us reviewing a lot of different vocabulary that we will use often, and we will review it often. La température est 39 degrés. So this happens to be 39, which is 39. But regardless of what it is, it would be la température est, whatever the number is, degré. And then I will start out doing that for you, but eventually you'll be able to just do it on your own. All right, quelle est la saison? We do skip this one quick. We'll do this one a few times, and then we'll wait until the season changes to do it again. Quelle est la saison? Which is the season? Again, there's only 4 possible choices, so we say which. L'hiver. L'hiver, that's the one we're in right now, which is winter. You can remember l'hiver for shiver, as in shiver. L'hiver. L'automne. L'automne looks very much like English's autumn. L'automne. L'été, l'été, summer, and les printemps for spring, les printemps. Finally, we will finish with quelle heure est-il? Quelle heure est-il? Quelle heure est-il? And you may hear these two switched and say quelle heure il est? Quelle heure il est? Or il est quelle heure? So we can sort of play with these a little bit as long as we keep the quelle and the heure together this way. So quelle heure est-il? Or often il est quelle heure? You'll hear. Which hour is it? Or it is which hour? And the way that we answer is il est, it is. We do the hours, then we say the word heure. That's the French equivalent of a clock. Think of it as the deux points. Think of it as the 2 points in a digital clock. So we have the hours, we say the word heure, and then we say the minutes. At the time of this recording, it is 7:17. So I would say, il est 7h17 du soir, in the evening. Il est 7h17 du soir. It is 7 hours, 17 minutes in the evening. Another way to say it would be to use the 24-hour clock, which is what many people and businesses are going to use in France, is the 24-hour clock. So that's 12 plus 7, making 19. And it would be il est 19 heures. I lost my train of thought. Il est 19 heures, and now it's 18, 18. Il est 19 heures, 18, meaning it is 7 o'clock, 18 minutes in the evening. All right, that is it for the questions of the day. You may look back at this anytime you want. This PDF is printable, so you can print it out and have it on hand for you to take notes on. I will see you in the next video. Bye.